Well, hello everyone and welcome into today's show where Dave and I will hit on several interesting topics.
After the break, we'll have highlights and stats for you. It's 1-0 West Virginia here in Durham, North Carolina. Stay with us right here on ACC Network Extra.
Shh, don't tell anyone I let you guys in here. This is the President's Suite where President Broadhead and his guests get to enjoy the game.
And it looks like these kids are having a lot of fun here at camp. Reporting from Camp Kaleidoscope, this is Rebecca Fiorentino for Blue Devil Network.
And you're gonna wanna stick around for this one as this guy gets to test roommates Joe Giles Harris and Ben Humphreys to see how well they know each other in what we call the teammate game. Back by popular demand, we have the teammate game today. I'm Rebecca Fiorentino, your host, if you will. I'm trying it. No. No, I'll work on it. What is Faith's spirit animal? Unicorn, what?
Well, Ryan, when talking with head coach Eddie Radwanski about the game today, he says you train for moments like this to be able to compete for an ACC regular season title, but he gives all the credit to his senior class, saying their experience is really starting to pan out, saying that they're comfortable under pressure, they're comfortable in big moments, and the 13 group of girls have a lot to be proud of. They went from finishing 10th in the league their freshman year to now competing for an ACC regular season title. And Radwanski's motto, well, you leave a place better than you found it. Ryan?
Thanks, Ryan. Coach, the scoreboard says one thing, but how would you best describe the way your team has been playing?
Not our best moment. Play much better this half.
And what was your message? I saw you talking to your girls there before going out on the field. What was your message to them?
Hey, we know it's a very good team over here.
So we'll analyze how the Blue Devils fared in their second straight road trip in just a moment, but lots more ahead on today's show, including an all-access tour of the brand new Blue Devil Tower. If you haven't seen it yet, today's your chance. So how does Duke football get ready to devour their next opponent? By devouring some good food right here at the Delta Suite level that now houses the Duke football athletic training table. Not a bad place to eat dinner, huh? We'll get to visit with a young offensive lineman, Zach Harmon, who had to make the move from guard to center during the Army game, but made the transition well, even considering the stormy conditions. Several members of the Duke team spent their open week involved in relief efforts at a North Carolina community ravaged by Hurricane Matthew. Dave was on the scene and he'll bring us that story. Plus, we'll sit down with a promising young member of Duke's defense, linebacker Joe Giles Harris, who has made quite an impact as a redshirt freshman starter. When Duke racked up 305 passing yards and 35 points in a recent contest at Georgia Tech, the tight ends played quite a pivotal role. The trio of Eric Schneider, Davis Copenhaver, and Daniel Helm accounted for 12 catches, 173 yards, and not to mention, Helm scored his first 2 touchdowns of his collegiate career.
Rebecca Fiorentino here, your guest reporter for the ACC Digital Network. We're here at the ACC Social Lounge presented by Haviland. There were 3 moments this weekend that I think you shouldn't forget, so let's take a look at them now. Number 1, to be able to witness a potential Heisman Trophy winner, Deshaun Watson, in person was unreal. Over 400 yards of offense and 5 touchdowns in the championship game. Just named MVP, Heisman is next.
Whenever you score, you want to make sure it's a memorable one.
Blue Devils win it! Oh!
The art of the goal celebration.
Well, I did get a chance to talk to head coach Dan Chamati of the Richmond Spiders before the game today, and I asked him what his biggest concern was facing his alma mater. He told me, well, it's Duke, so they're always going to have a lot of athleticism. But he also mentioned that it's a quick turnaround for his team.
Is our own Rebecca Fiorentino.
Coach, you come back to your alma mater and you pretty much shocked the world. How does this win rank in your book?
This is the biggest win the program has ever had.
He asked, where's the energy? I need that energy to be brought into this game. Let's play some Mercer lacrosse. And he even had the face-off guys practicing face-offs during that timeout.
Thanks, Bex. Yeah, I saw that. All 3 guys.
Coach, before the game, you mentioned that your biggest concern facing this Duke team was going to be matching possession. What's your assessment of that through 30 minutes?
Absolutely. Well, in the first quarter, it wasn't.
Rebecca Fiorentino here, your guest reporter for the ACC Digital Network, and I'm honored to be with Commissioner John Swafford. Commissioner, you won an ACC championship. Back when you were a student athlete at UNC, what are some of your fondest memories from that year?
Well, I think playing with a great player like Don McCauley.
Now we're here for a reason, the ACC Football Championship. As a sports fan, how excited are you to see the matchup?
Well, it's a great matchup. I think it's the best matchup in the country.
It's going to be a fun one to watch, certainly. Now, final question for you to end kind of on a serious note. Do you know what dabbing is?
What dabbing is? Yeah, well, I know what it is, but I can't do it. Now, I know where you're headed with this, and I've seen our coaches dab, and, you know, I can't dab like Dabo. I can't dab like Frank, so I just stay away from it.
You don't want to try?
How's that? Is that close?
That was close enough.
It's the best I can do.
We have to know. Give us the edited version. What was your reaction in the locker room after the win today?
It was just a great reaction.
You can have it a bean, you can have beef, turkey.
Oh, it's a cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger, she got it. Well, since it's your birthday, and I've seen on your Instagram, her Instagram is Do It Like Am, you've had this trend that you've been doing on Mondays where your crush is a cheeseburger.
Yes.
Well, we have a special gift for you today, given that it's her birthday. We got you a
Oh my
cheeseburger.
gosh, thank you so much. This is probably the best birthday gift I've gotten.
Number 80, Daniel Helm, is the newest addition to the tight end rotation, but he comes with experience. He played in 13 games with 2 starts at Tennessee in 2014 before sitting out last year as a transfer.
Molly Sauer has been terrific, averaging 4.21 digs per set.
Sauer has been nothing but sweet on the defense this year. She's a sophomore out of Louisville, and she will need to be the glue for this defense. She'll have to make a good first touch on the ball to help Louisville get set on offense. Blue Devils improve to 2-0 in the ACC and continue on the road against FSU on Sunday. In Atlanta, Georgia, I'm Rebecca Fiorentino for Blue Devil Network.
5 more hours, we're just getting started.